Alright, and welcome back to the channel, buddy, and I hope you're doing fine. Today is a little bit of a different Hunt Showdown episode. We're gonna do a survey together. Now, Crytek regularly asks, our opinion, and they're doing this in the form of these surveys. So the link to that is gonna be in the description below, because, hey, if you got some time and you got some feedback, you can give it to them as well. Now, keep in mind, you don't have a lot of time to finish these surveys. I tried to do the last ones like 4 days later, and then the surveys were already closed. Yeah, so maybe, dear Crytek, when you do the pings in the Discord or wherever, let people know when the end date is for the survey so they don't miss it. And with that, I would say we get this going, and I hope we can drop some valuable feedback. Before we get started though, I just wanted to let you know there's actually a review video on the review channel. Yes, I know. That thing was dead for quite a while. Let's see if we can revive that. I'm gonna drop a link to that in the description and in the comment section, so maybe if you feel like it, you could check that out. Hunt Showdown 1896 Scorched Earth Survey number 2, Introduction. Welcome to the Crytek Hunt Showdown 1896 survey. Thank you for taking the time to complete our survey. We aim to collect feedback on our Hunt Showdown 1896 experience. Your answers will help us improve the overall game experience for everyone. Read the questions and select answers carefully. It's funny that there is no dark mode for this, because my browser is already in dark mode, but hey. Alright, let's start with first question, overall event. How would you rate the following aspects of Scorched Earth? Battle Pass overall, honestly, kinda in the middle. It was okay, it was the usual formula, there was nothing, standing out, nothing spectacular. We had everything already, more or less. I'm just talking here about the Battle Pass itself, right? So this does not include Hell Daddy, like the Hellborn. Battle Pass skins, honestly, I was kind of dissatisfied with them. First of all, the new guns, like the Rival Trauma and that stuff, they had no skins at all. That was kind of weird. And I'm gonna be honest to you, the skins that we got, for example, for the bow, they are great, but they kind of get into a direction it's not fitting the game. An Egyptian theme, I don't think I want it in Hunt Showdown. There's also by lore not really a connection between the two. Yes, I know we have Chinese hunters and stuff like that, but that is explained in the lore that the people came over and basically fought there. So the Battle Pass skins, and I'm excluding here the hunters, by the way. Okay, this is just the skins because the hunters are down here. So I'm actually not too happy about them. I think they do not fit the game, which is sad because the skill level, the detail for the bow, for example, and even for the hive bomb is top notch. Battle Pass equipment, honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with this one. We had a few nice additions like the bear traps, for example, or the crossbow Deadeye. Crossbow Deadeye sadly became very quickly a meme because people realized, hey, at the distance where you get a value from the Deadeye scope and the steel bolts, that thing deals no damage anymore. So steel bolts is something that they absolutely have to improve one way or the other, because nobody's playing them. Whenever I say everybody and nobody, I am fully aware that there's always this 1% that is like, well, I actually use it. Good for you, have fun with that, but you are a unicorn. Okay, fancy unicorn probably. Okay, weekly challenges, I'm gonna be honest here, dissatisfied. It's funny, I hope at one point we can actually give the reason for this, because just asking me are you satisfied or dissatisfied, but not asking me why is kinda I'm dissatisfied with those because, okay, everybody has the same, right? So it is sometimes unbearable because everybody is flooding, or Crytek is flooding the bio with one type of gun. The very first weekly challenge was crack, and we also had incendiary rounds, and everybody was playing crack incendiary rounds. It's not fun. It's absolutely not fun at all. You have no variety in loadout anymore, and everybody's playing the same. So the first 2 days of the challenges, it's an absolute nightmare. On top of that, I would like the challenges to actually be challenges. Playing a crack is not a challenge, that's meta. Okay? Some people are like, well, the challenges are not really challenges, they only exist to give you event points. And please don't call them challenges. This is confusing me greatly. Hunters in the Battle Pass, yes, very satisfied. I absolutely love the hunters that we have in the Battle Pass. Although the Shroud does have this Egyptian theme there, it still is okay for me. Alright, so the hunters that they added, top notch, really liking them that they added to this event. So I'm gonna use all event hunters. I know up here it says this is not for the event, right? And down here they're only asking Battle Pass, so yeah. So this would be my rating for that question. No, seriously though, how will they do that though? Is there a question coming? Hey, can you please give us a little bit more detail? Because just asking satisfied or not satisfied without asking what made it satisfying and dissatisfying is kind of awkward, but okay. Overall, how would you rate your experience with the following event equipment additions variations? Carbine, oh yeah, satisfied. That is really good. At the first time when I played it, I thought, dang dude, this thing is absolutely OP, the damage and everything, but the bullet is so slow. It balances out and you can do some very, very nice budget load. Same with the FMJ version of this one. Bear Trap, very satisfied. I know a lot of people will hate me for that one. I'm gonna be honest though, they need to change it, how you can place traps in Hunt. Again, yes, I know. Because there are a few locations where you can put them into the dirt and you do not see them at all. And I think whenever you pay attention to traps, you should be rewarded and you should not step into them, right? Because you see them. But for example, sometimes when there's Vincent lair, like the assassin, there's so much boss stuff on the floor that you literally cannot see the traps. And you can check the floor and you do not see the traps because they're in the dirt or whatever that is. And then you step into it and they're no joke anymore with 82 damage, they will kill you. And then it's kind of lame. So you had the clarity of mind to check for traps, you did it, and then you still, because you can't see them, they're literally not visible, and then you die to that. That just doesn't feel great. So let's see if they will work on that one. Crossbow, steel bolts, gonna be honest, dissatisfied. And it's the same with the Deadeye. They are hardcore memes. Again, at the distance where you actually profit from Deadeye scopes, the bolts deal not enough damage. I have clips where I shot people 3 times with the steel bolt and they died with the third shot. Blah, can't talk today. You do not have the luxury to shoot somebody 3 times with steel bolts normally in your average Hunt Showdown fight. Lots of people close range survive the steel bolt because they deal less damage than regular bolts. Yeah, they have to do something here. I think okay, this is a combination of the two, right? I think the crossbow Deadeye, I think I will put it here. Because it's not the crossbow Deadeye's fault that the steel bolts kind of suck. Okay, so if you improve these here, you will probably improve these here as well. Drilling high velocity, honestly, I'm not using it because bleed is superior. Infantry, satisfied, and infantry sniper, very satisfied. Had a lot of fun with these 2 guns. Infantry sniper, you have lots of range before the drop-off starts for the bullet. It's cheap, it's fun. Sure, it's kind of weak. A wet noodle shooter whenever you hit limbs or stuff like that at range, but it shouldn't be too strong because then you need to play long ammo. Marathon high velocity, I'm satisfied, I'm not playing it too much, and marathon incendiary ammo, yeah, it's still like this. I'm not using it much, but this one right here, this is really cool. Marathon, or in general the quickly firing compact rifles, they rock with incendiary. Sure, you don't have any penetration anymore, but I like setting people on fire. Martini Henry high velocity, honestly, I am actually kind of dissatisfied with this one. I'm gonna be alone with this, I fully get that. The thing is, you do not get the massive speed boost that you would get otherwise from Spitze ammo, for example, when you play this with a Lebel. You deal less damage and you have less bullets. For me, Martini Henry is incendiary ammo, base ammo. That's it. That's all you need. If you want to snipe with a Martini Henry and you pick the high velocity for that, yeah, okay, it's a minor improvement over the base ammo, but I don't think it's worth it. So that was actually, for me personally, very disappointing, and I use the Martini Henry normally in compounds anyway. In compounds, I don't really need the high velocity. But that's just me. I play the Martini Henry rather aggressively, and if I don't play aggressively, then I just pick the Sparks. Because between the Henry and the Sparks, the closer you are, the better the Henry is. The further away you are, the better the Sparks is. Rival 78 Trauma, this one was great. Love it. You have the Spear OP, I'm sorry, right? I'm not gonna stop with this until it's balanced. And then the Rival Trauma deals with the one thing that the Spear, I don't even want to say struggle with, because the Spear one-shots emulators with a body hit or a headshot with the toss. So you're not even struggling with them. But with the trauma, you can kill them without making too much noise. So this one right here, absolutely love it. I would like to see a skin maybe in the Halloween event. That would be nice. Sweet. Okay. Whew. That's it with question number 2. Event packs. Which event pack was your favorite? Wilderness pack, Demented pack, the Lawful pack? Now, background for that question is important. I'm a solo player, right? So this is a no-brainer. It's the Wilderness pack. Surefoot, whenever you crouch, you're not making any footstep sounds. This is absolutely busted. I'm surprised that I didn't struggle during the event more with this. I would like to see Surefoot to come back, but not for solo buffs, right? So just make it that you can run and cook stuff or heal. That is okay, but the Sein's footsteps, they need to go. In my personal opinion, whenever they have traits that mess with audio, it's not that great for the game. But hey, Beastface and Frontiersman, cool. Demented Pack, Berserker, Adrenaline Ghoul, and Lawful Pack, Peacekeeper Pack, Be Vigilant. I think a lot of people that play in teams, when you don't get the full bonus of Surefoot, they pick the Lawful. So here I have to say though, I'm surprised that they didn't bring Peacekeeper back. That you loot bars is kind of wild. They increased burning a bazillion times now with the last couple patches. And now they got rid of everything that can restore bars. So, if you can't banish anything, you're effed. There's no sealed cache anymore. They should have kept it. I don't understand why they're not keeping a few things from the event to disarm the burning speed right now, because right now it's absolutely broken. How would you rate your experience with the following event packs? The Demented Pact. I'm gonna be honest, I almost never played it. When I played it, it was actually fun. Just poking the the Hell Daddy with the spear into oblivion with Berserker was kind of cool. Lawful Pact, I played that was satisfied, and I'm satisfied with this one. I don't want to say very satisfied, because I think Surefoot was OP for solos. Gonna admit that. But yeah. Overall, I think they did better than before. We had definitely worse pacts, like Blazeborn. I hope that will never come back. In case you're new to Showdown, Blazeborn was a trait that made you immune to burning while you were on the ground. Yeah. Let's not talk about that anymore. Like, you took charcoal damage, so whenever you were lying in a firebomb, you still were losing health, but it was a nightmare. Okay, ooh, event traits. Okay, let's check them out. Please rate the event traits below in regard to their power level. Surefoot, you can sprint with front. Okay. Not at all powerful, I'm just kidding. Extremely powerful. And it's not just your footsteps make less noise while crouching. First of all, make less noise is an understatement. But also, being able to heal and sprint away is crazy strong. It's crazy strong. Beastface, very powerful as well. Now, everybody who watched my stream during the event, they were like, well, you almost never pick Beastface, though. It's true, but I still think that it is very, very good. Especially on a new map when you don't know the location of all the sound traps, it can really save you. Frontiersman carry tools can be used 1 extra time. Wilderness packet, an extra pledge mark for the 30. Yeah, this is kind of whatever. This is not at all powerful. Like 30 extra event points collected in the mission is, or an extra pledge mark. Let's put it that way. It's kind of whatever, honestly. That they're not at all powerful. I picked Frontiersman for the extra tools and stuff like that, but not because of the event points that give me an extra pledge mark. Peacekeeper, looting a dead hunter will restore 1 empty health chunk. Funny, this should say destroyed and not empty. But okay, this is extremely powerful, as it should be. This is good. This is why you actually picked... come on, help me. That pact. Pact may receive an additional... Receive some additional ammo for all ammo pools when looting a hunter. Okay, so I would say this is kind of powerful. In regular loadouts, it's whatever. However, when you play explosive crossbow, when you play nitro, dolls, stuff that is hard to resupply, and where you don't have a lot of ammo to begin with, Pack Mule was crazy. Getting 2 extra explosive crossbow bolts, I think it was 2 when you looted somebody, is powerful. That was good. Vigilant, Lawful Pact, double the highlighted range in Darkside. That is kind of whatever, because people don't use Vigilant, sadly, in the first place, but still complain about traps. If you're a Vigilant enjoyer and you play it, nice, keep going with that. It's very, very decent, let's put it that way. Berserker, all melee attacks do double damage. I would go with very powerful. It's not over the top crazy, but this is good. Adrenaline, when you enter critical health, you will receive a short speed boost, dude, whatever. On paper, that sounded kind of nice. In reality, it looked at max goofy, and that's it. I also don't want to have traits that give you speed boosts and stuff like that. We're turning here a little bit into, I don't know, Call of Duty, Halo, arcade-ish stuff. Not a fan of this. Killing monsters restore a small amount of health, damaging boss target while target restores a small amount of health. This is whatever. Yeah. Veteran players do not take damage from bosses anymore. They don't. And if they do, this basically does nothing. Okay. Veteran players or even experienced players, with the spear you just fold bosses so quickly. Even when you lose a bar, you kill that thing in under a minute and you're good to go. You're not picking a pact because of these two. Berserker is fun, okay? Totally admit that. I picked Berserker a couple times, and whenever I did, it was fun. But yeah, it was definitely weaker than the Wilderness Pact, for example. Okay, let's keep going. Hunt Showdown. Performance. Overall, how would you rate the game's performance? This is difficult now. At the beginning, that was very poor. Then they patched it, and now it's good for me. I don't know what they did because I didn't change anything. At first I had the whole damn time freezes, stutters whenever I ADS'd, frame dropped every now and then. It was horrible, okay? And then now they did something and now it's good. Funny enough, Joe, for example, never had any issues when the event dropped, but later when they changed it and I had no problems anymore, he had problems. So I have no idea what's going on right now. But I would rate this poor. There's always something not working correctly, or the game crashes, or I don't know. Mostly I put this on poor because at the beginning of the event it was horrible. The end. I'm sorry. There's no other way to say this. And honestly, you know the specs of my PC. I'm gonna put them in the description in this video so you can check that out. You should not have any issues at all with this machine. If you have frame drops with that thing, and this is not me trying to throw any shade or bragging, this is just stating facts. This is unacceptable. Okay? Overall, how would you rate the game's visual fidelity? This is always difficult because it depends how much experience you have with the game. Now let me explain because I know this sounds kind of weird. For example, when I played Tarkov, I struggle seeing PMCs and scavs sometimes. And it's a skill that you develop over time. It's the same for Hunt. When you play a game a ridiculously long amount of time, you can just see it when something is out of place. So for me personally, visual fidelity is actually quite good. For me it works, but I would totally understand it when people say, hey man, I struggle with this. This is something that comes with experience. Maybe I'm also not understanding this question correctly. What do they exactly mean with this? Visual fidelity? For me it's like spotting stuff, right? Well, okay. This is how I understand the question. For me this would be good. But yeah, the performance, main issue right here. For example, Grey Zone Warfare did something similar in their early access. They went into early access and I had a 3090 back in the days and still a pretty decent CPU. And I had like 30 frames sometimes, or 20. Like, dude, this is a no-go. And having such a huge event drop and you have all these stutters and crashes, that was rough, man. Okay, but enough performance bashing, let's keep going. Oh wow, map 4, Mammoth Gulch. How would you rate your experience with the following Mammoth Gulch compounds? Oro Gordo Mine. Honestly, satisfied. That is cool. You have different levels, lots of entry points, exit points. The main boss lair is sometimes a little bit annoying, But otherwise, this is very good. Preston Oil, absolutely. I'm gonna go even very satisfied. You can push from a lot of angles. Defending and attacking the boss lair is okay. You can do a lot of rotations. I like that a lot. Kingfisher Foundry. Mostly satisfied. You have a lot of PvP here because the Hellborn, at least it feels that way, spawns here a lot. In case you're wondering where the Hellborn spawns. It's Preston Oil, Kingfisher Foundry, Miners Folly, the mountains, and Gasworks. At least for now. They're probably gonna change that in the future. O'Donovan Stone. I'm gonna be honest. I did not have a lot of PvP over there. It was okay. It was okay, and I can't really put my finger on it why I disliked it. Or I know I'm actually neutral for that one. La Plata Mine, not a fan of this. The reason for that is when you fight in a compound, you are basically always on low ground. Fighting on low ground is not very fun. There are actually too many entry points that you cannot cover. Dude, that is La Plata somehow. You get shot from the mine entry, you get shot from across the river. It's just like you are in this hole there and you can get shot from everywhere. It does not feel that great. I don't think you can even fix this here. Maybe that's just me. Greystone Pit. Kinda neutral. I know a lot of people do not like Greystone Pit for similar reasons that I have for La Plata Mine, but whenever I had PvP there, it was actually kind of cool. The southern part or southwest part is awkward a little bit for PvP. The northern part is great where you have the hills and the whatever, like the stone area. That was kind of fun. And you have the tunnel system that was kind of good too. Blackthorn Stockyard. This is something that I absolutely like. This is this one up here. Sadly, I do not have a lot of PvP over there, but when I had it, it felt good. Attacking and defending the boss lair felt fair. Terminus Railyard, I'm kind of dissatisfied with this one. Multiple reasons. Attacking the boss lair is kind of meh, and you have kind of open space in the middle. So pushing the Railyard, you very often have to do it from here or from here. That's how most people attack this. And I get a decent amount of stalemates over there. Which is weird because you actually do have quite a few entry points. But I think the issue is when you attack Terminus Railyard, you have to do it fast. Because when you're attacking from the east, the north, like from the forest or, yeah, from the forest area, you have to move quickly because you cannot crouch walk over there because otherwise you crouch walk in the open, you look like an idiot and you get shot in the head. So you have to push there quickly and then the defenders will hear it from where you push and then hold the angle at the doors. And voila, you kind of have a small stalemate. So Terminus Railyard, even though you have the tunnels underground, you place a bear trap there and then you hear it when it is armored because a lot of people are not running poacher. Yeah, difficult kinda. When you rotate around the boss lair, very often you will just get shot because there's not enough cover to rotate around the boss lair. It does not feel great. Machine Gorge, honestly, I did not have a lot of PvP over there. It feels okay. Montero's Malt, which one is this again? This one here. Oh yeah, I love this one. This one is cool. It's kind of awkward because sometimes I get shot from across the river from the high ground and it does not feel cool. But you have this little extra supply point in there and the boss lair feels cool. I had lots of good PvP over here. I can't really tell you why exactly, but it's nice. You can fight from the forest. There's a lot of cover when you wanna reach Montero's Malt. That is nice. I like that. Deadfall Timber. Deadfall Timber, honestly, satisfied. That's a good one. You have... There's not really a lot of pros and cons for this one. That you can access the main building through the roof with the collapsed tree. That's kind of cool. And again, maybe that's something why I kind of dislike Terminus Railyard. Now that I talked about it a little bit, you can always push from all directions. And there will be cover. That is nice. Grizzly Lodge. Honestly, I'm very satisfied with this one. Because it looks cool. The end. The amount of details in that compound, in that lodge. I wish more games would be like this. The end. Then Gasworks, very dissatisfied. I was waiting for this one. Gasworks is such a stalemate fiesta. It's crazy. You have these two buildings here, and it's almost always a standoff between these two teams. The problem is the distance like across the bridge that you have is too long and you're too exposed. We have something similar with Fort on Lawson Delta, where you have the southern and the northern tower, but there are two bridges, lower ground and upper level, and they're short. So crossing there was easier, and Gasworks is an absolute nightmare. If you want to use the tunnel system, I think the northern one can only be accessed by a metal slide door where you have to crank the door open. Yeah, that's not gonna happen against good players. So, nah, dude, I don't like it. Because when you defend the tower, you have to peek the windows. People holding the angle at the windows, they just shoot you. So you can't really peek from there. No, Gasworks, you have to do something with the two towers. This will not work in the long run. Split River Mill, which is sad, because from a visual point of view, because I don't want to bash the compound non-stop, from a visual point of view, Gasworks is really, really cool. Split River Mill, that is this one right here. That is neither. The moment that I have with Split River Mill, I get shot very often from the mine entrances. And even when you shoot them, or even when you down them and they pick up, they can just go to the sealed cache and get an easy bar restore, and you don't. So you will almost always lose the endurance fight against people shooting down at Split River. It's kind of the same for La Plata Mine, by the way. I don't know. The compound itself is great. The boss lair is great. You have the little river inside. That is cool fighting there. And also a little bit of underground locations. So, ignoring the southern part, this is actually a very good compound. But the southern part exists. So, gonna be kind of neutral to that one. East Mountain Corn. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the boss lair. It feels kind of small, which is probably incorrect. And the eastern side is kind of dead space. People don't really go there and fight there. So it's always this side where everything happens. Maybe I'm just lacking the experience in this compound. I'm not happy with this one too much though. And Miner's Folly, that is great. I like the location, I like the vibe from the map. I like that you have the hills here. This is a good one. This is a really good one. I like fighting in this little town. Feels good. Lots of rotation paths, lots of angles where you can attack, lots of angles where you can defend. Very, very balanced compound, I would say. Wow, okay, this probably took a while. How would you rate your overall experience with Melon's Gulch? I would say satisfied. Now, people will be like, wow, in your stream you looked kind of bored and blah blah blah. That's probably map fatigue. We had like a month only Mammoth's Gulch, and I have to say it gets effing boring. But is that the map's fault? Not really, right? If I would play only Lawson Delta for a month, I think it would get kind of boring as well. That we have the Stillwater Bayou back, so the OG map, and now Mammoth's Gulch is great. So it's way better now, and I see this now a little bit clearer, right? So satisfied is correct. Very satisfied. Nah, there's just a few compounds that in my opinion, I think Gasworks and Rail Yard are the compounds that need the biggest rework, where you can still do something, because you cannot relocate La Plata Mine. That's not gonna happen. Okay, cool. Let's see what else there is. Oh wow, they're actually asking us about Stillwater Bayou. Okay, so this is the OG map that they improved, let's put it that way. How would you rate the aesthetics improvements of Stillwater Bayou? Dude, very good. I love it. No, hands down, they did a phenomenal job with this one. How would you rate your overall experience with Stillwater Bayou since re-release? Very satisfied. Love it. Thumbs up. Maybe it's veteran bias from the old map. They added a lot of ladders and maybe some entry points and added more cover where it was needed. For example, Devon Ranch, I hope I have this now correctly, the southern area. They put a few more obstacles in the open so you can easier rotate and push. Great job. That's it. I don't know. There is still a few things that I disagree with. Right, I forgot there about something. That would be Stillwater. Basement is still barf. And Pitching Crematorium, I was actually kind of disappointed. These two compounds need more improvements, in my opinion. Stillwater Bayou pushing the basement does not feel good, and Pitching Crematorium is just ass. I'm sorry. They removed the roof from the elevator, and I don't really understand why they did that. But yeah. I would just say, dude, blow the place up and make half of it open, with open roof. Major explosion destroyed everything. Something like that. I don't know. Whenever it's Pitching Crematorium, I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, and that's not the reaction that I want to give you, honestly. I want to be, yay, it's Pitching Crematorium, but right now it's, Pitching Crematorium. Okay, let's see if there's more. Oh wow, event narrative. There were 15 event story chapters in Scorched. How many of them, if any, did you read or listen to? None. Totally forgot about them. I'm not a lore guy though, so I want to be careful with what I... Oh my god, Jesus Christ, what a gamer. No, just kidding. So, that's kinda... I'm just not a lore guy. That's it. Actually, I listened to one. Yeah. How interested were in the story for Scorched Earth? Slightly interested. How would you rate your experience with the narrative for Scorched? I'm gonna be neither here because I didn't really got involved with that, so it would be, oh, I'm very dissatisfied, but I also never listened to it. That's kinda... Yeah, I'm more here for playing the game and not really the lore. The lore that kinda interests me is the background stories from the hunters, from legendary hunters, but that's it. That's it. Maybe one day this will change. Let's see what else we have. Hunt experience, which platform do you play on? Showdown, probably on? Oh, that would be Steam. How many hours in total? Yeah, okay. Well, that's quickly. I think we are getting to an end here. Hey, thank you for submitting your responses. Okay, done. Nice. Okay, so that would be my event feedback, kinda-ish. The event itself was actually kinda good, honestly, but it was nothing innovative. We had everything already. I'm surprised they didn't ask about the Hellborn. Maybe they did that in the first one, so I missed that, because I tried to do it like day 3 or day 4, and they already got the link removed, or the link wasn't working anymore, and the survey was over. So... yeah, again, please put an end date for your survey, so I know how much time I have for that. I still want to do a video about the overall balance in Hunt Showdown, because there's a few things that are completely off right now. The burn speed and everything. Right now, Vanilla Hunt, I'm waiting for the event, the next one that is coming in October. And then let's check. Maybe I do the video about the overall balance before, because we always have events, and I wouldn't call them events anymore, they're basically seasons. When you have like 10 to 14 days between events, and then you have 2 to 3 months of event, they're not events anymore, they're seasons. That's what they are. So do I even care about the Vanilla Hunt anymore? So Vanilla Hunt is basically when you don't have any events going on. Or do I just not play the game whenever there's Vanilla Hunt and wait for the next event? Which is, by the way, right now probably what I'm gonna do. I still have content that I will go through, which is nice, so you have your videos. But Vanilla Hunt with the burn speed, I would not play this right now when I'm a team player. As a solo, I don't care about it too much, because I rarely need the restoration effects, because when I'm dead, the end. Necro against good enemy teams. Yeah, you either clutch it, or you're dead again, and you don't need the restoration effect anymore. But fighting in teams right now, without Lawful, without the medkit that restores health, I don't know why they did that. Maybe they just don't care about Vanilla Hunt anymore, maybe they didn't have the time to add it, but you need to do something here for the future. Either nerf the burning, because flare gun is ridiculous right now, or I don't know. Yeah, I probably will write a script for that and then go through that. Let's see. Okay, let me know in the comment section below though, what you think about the event. I'm curious to read that. Also, again, do the survey yourself if it's still available for you the moment I release this video. There is one thing though that I have to say for the survey. Sorry, me again. I'm confused that they're not asking us why we dislike something or why we like something. Because there's always room for interpretation then. Oh yeah, they disliked the event because the burn speed was not fast enough. So that kind of confuses me. So you just asking, hey, did you like this? Okay. You didn't like this? Okay. They're not asking why. Huh? This might need to get some changes. I know that it's a shit ton of work to go through that. I'm fully aware of that. But right now, I think the usefulness of the service is then kind of limited. Sweet. And with that, let's roll the outro. Alright, and that's it for today. You can, of course, disagree with what I said in today's video. Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to say thank you to my patrons. Yes, I know this is still the old world because I still try to recover the file with the patrons that I have before I have to redo the whole thing. So please bear with me. I hope I can do this tomorrow. I'm gonna stream today the second part of Silent Hill 2, and then I have time to work on the Patreon page. Annoying, I know, and I'm sorry for that. As always, I still want to thank you from the bottom of my heart to, for supporting me over on Patreon. You guys, hope you're not too mad at me. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I hope that in the future, whenever they do a survey, I can make a video of that and share that with you then. It's also a nice way for me to share my opinion about the current state of the game. I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.